Unstoppable Squad, welcome to another edition of our wrestling results. I'm the Immortal Spades.
This is Immortal Spades, not Peter, the one that was on the phone.
Yeah, that Peter is a moron. Why would they confuse me with him?
Because, our fans.
Oh, my lord.
You got like a spider crawling on you.
Kill it.
I did.
Ew.
But anyways, I'm Unstoppable Denominator. And today we are covering AEW pay-per-view Double or Nothing. Yes, we were supposed to... Not this Peter, but the other Peter and I was supposed to cover it, but we weren't able to. And I was going to cover it yesterday but by myself, but I was too damn tired.
Right.
And I wasn't going to do it.
Nope.
So we're going to have him with me to do this and NXT today.
Yep. It's Sunday, and you all know what that means.
Yep. The buy-in portion of the show kicked off. Your announcer team for buy-in is Excalibur, Taz, and Jim Ross.
Good old JR, who don't love Jim. All right. So, start off AEW. We got a trios grudge match. Yeah, trios grudge match. It was the Hardys, Matt and Jeff with Brother Zane, and the TFW champion Hook versus All Ego Ethan Page and the Guns Austin and Colton. And
if the Hardys and Hook win, Matt Hardy controls Ethan Page's contract. Hook and Austin locked up, trading wrist control. Sorry, I was looking over here for a second. Hook went for an ankle lock, but Austin grabbed the ropes. Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy showed tag team synergy on Austin. And then Hook took out all three members of the opposition with judo shoulder throws.
Yep. Hook took Page for a ride with El Camino, right? Matt peppered Colton with shots. He followed up with a side effect to Austin. Page jumped back in and he ate a side effect from Matt. Outside the ring, Page shoved Brother Zane into the arena floor. Matt Hardy was triple teamed into the corner. Colton prevented Matt from making the tag with help from his partners. Matt Hardy nailed Page with a DDT. Jeff grabbed a tag and cleaned house with the Guns. Hook took back and connected the body shots to Page. Hook battered Page with forearms to the jaw. Hook applied a cross arm breaker, but Colton interfered. Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy used Tandemonium offense on Colton, but the Guns connected with a 310 to Yoma on Matt, but Jeff broke it up with a swanton. Page blasted Hook with a kick to the jaw. Hook and the Hardys surrounded Page. Hook locked the red drum and Ethan quickly tapped out. So,
I didn't get to watch that, but yeah. I pretty much watched the highlights of everything.
Gotta love the Hardy Boys, though. The Hardy Boys have always been
apparently,
good.
I guess, Hardy... They're saying that Hardy should retire because he made a huge botch on AEW. But
people make botches all the time,
Yeah.
So
Dr. Martha Hart joined Renee Paquette on the ramp for the opening ceremonies of the Owen Hart Foundation tournament.
Oh wow. They actually honored Owen Hart, yeah.
Unlike, WWE.
Yep.
Dr. Hart announced the tournament is going to kick off in Canada and then finish off at Calgary Stampede. Ooh, interesting. The pay-per-view portion of the main card began. So, AEW International Championship Blackjack Battle Royale. Participants included freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy as your champion. Yep. Ari Davari, Bandito, Big Bill, The Machine Brian Cage, Chuck Taylor, Dustin Rhodes, Switchblade Jay White, Juice Robinson, Keith Lee, Kip Sabian, Commander Lee Moriarty, Penta El Zero Mito, Ray Phoenix, Ricky Starks, Swerve Strickland, The Blade, The Butcher, Tony Nese, and Trent Beretta. So, to kick it off, guys have been aggressive, but they have to be smart, said Jim Ross. Kip Sabian charged right at Orange, trying to toss him over the top rope. Commander walked the ropes and jumped onto Big Bill and Lee Moriarty. The Luchadors worked as a unit and backed everyone up. The Luchadors all worked together for a brief moment there, said Taz. Ray Phoenix did a tightrope walk and kicked Ari out of the ring.
No surprise there.
Brian Cage suplexed both Lucha Bros at the same time. Cage monkey flipped Bandito. Commander attempted to walk the ropes, but Jay White shoved him to the arena floor. The Best Friends triple powerbombed Kip Sabian and then eliminated him. Well, goodbye.
Yeah.
Big Bill threw Chuck Taylor over the top. Keith Lee eliminated the Blade. Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland squared off. Lee power slammed Swerve, puckling him out of midair. The Lucha Brothers, hit the Butcher with stereo thrust kicks, eliminating him. Trent shoved Orange out of the way, sacrificing himself as Big Bill booted Trent out of the ring. Well, goodbye. Brian Cage, flipped Keith Lee over the top rope from behind. Ricky Starks speared Jay White. That was a massive spear that Ricky Starks had. And then eliminated him. Juice Robinson grabbed Starks, pulling him out of the ring, which made a huge feud out there. White and Robinson double teamed Starks. Starks got back in the ring, but Big Bill cracked him with a big boot, eliminating him. Swerve eliminated Dustin Rhodes. Swerve and Big Bill, along with Orange Cassidy and Penta El Zero Mito, were the last four remaining. Penta cracked Orange with a backstabber. Big Bill used a lariat, eliminating Penta. Big Bill planted Orange with a Bossman slam. Big Bill was about to press slam Orange, but Swerve pushed Bill from behind and eliminated him. Orange rocked Swerve with a stun dog millionaire, but Swerve fired back with a kick to the back of Orange's head. Prince Nana swept out Orange's leg, allowing Swerve to smash Orange with a Swerve stomp. Orange launched off the ropes with a DDT to Strickland. He followed up with a Orange punch, but Swerve held onto the ropes. Orange kicked Swerve's hand, loosening Swerve's grip on the ropes and eliminating him. Which was awesome to see as well. Congratulations to Orange on retaining.
Unsanctioned match. Adam Cole with Roderick Strong and Sabu.
Yep.
Wow. Versus Chris Jericho with the Jericho Appreciation Society. Adam Cole went right after Chris Jericho, but Daniel Garcia had Cole outnumbered with Chris. Sabu launched a chair at Jericho. Sabu splashed Daddy Magic through a table. Cole drove Jericho's arm into the steel steps. Then Cole went to work on Jericho's legs, wrapping them around to the steel ring post. Jericho countered a pajama sunrise and Suplex Cole from the ring apron down to the arena floor. Jericho attempted the lion salt, but Cole countered it with a side or super kick. Cole tried again, but for the Panama Sunrise. Okay, Panama Sunrise. Okay, but Jericho countered with a lion tamer. Cole sprayed Jericho with a fire extinguisher in the eyes. Cole cracked Jericho between the eyes with it. Jericho was about to use the kendo stick on Cole, but Dr. Britt Baker sprinted to the ring with her own kendo stick. Baker cracked Jericho over and over. Saraya jumped into the ring, but Baker took her to the woodshed too. Adam Cole began to work over Jericho with a kendo stick. Jericho's back was all welted up. Cole climbed to the top turnbuckle, but Jericho whipped a chair at Cole. Cole tumbled off the ropes through a table. This was disastrous for Cole, said
Excalibur.
Thank you. Cole pulled a chain from underneath the ring and ended.
It was Jericho.
No, Jericho pulled a chain. Okay, yeah. From beneath the ring, the end of the chain had a handcuff onto it. Jericho handcuffed Adam Cole. Adam Cole managed to DDT Jericho for a near fall. Cole handcuffed the other end to the chain to Jericho's wrist. Cole connected with a super kick. This is a chain match now, said Jim Ross. Cole stuck Jericho with a Panama Sunrise for a near fall. Jericho wrapped the chain around Cole, but Cole flipped around and super kicked Jericho. Cole lowered the boom and cracked Jericho with a knee strike. Cole wrapped the chain around his knee and then smashed Chris with another knee shot. Cole battled Jericho with a steel chain, and then referee Aubrey Edwards had to stop the match. Adam Cole was declared the winner because Chris Jericho could not defend himself.
Just like how Cody Rhodes couldn't defend himself either.
Yep.
AEW World Tag Team Championship match. FTR, Cash Wheeler, and Dax Hardwood as champions versus Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett with Sanjay Dutt and Santama Singh. Special guest referee is Mark Briscoe. FTR used beautiful tandem offense on Jarrett and Lethal. They went for a stereo sharpshooters, but Lethal and Jarrett made it to the ropes. Jarrett used a low bridge, sending Cash tumbling to the arena floor. Jarrett whipped Cash into the barricade. Mark Briscoe has his hands full, said Excalibur, as Briscoe tried to keep order. Dax Hardwood sent Lethal flying with German suplexes and then a brainbuster for a near fall. Near fall. After interference, Briscoe ejected Sanjay Dutt and Santama Singh. Jarrett intended to crack Dax with a guitar, but Dax ducked it and smashed Mark Briscoe instead. FTR used the shatter machine on Lethal, but the referee wasn't there to count it. Referee Aubrey Edwards ran down, but Karen Jarrett rocked Aubrey with a guitar shot. Jay Lethal spiked FTR with lethal injections. Jeff Jarrett hit Dax with the title belt and followed up with a stroke for a 2 count. FTR used the shattered machine on Jarrett and pinned him. FTR hugged Mark Briscoe after the match.
Alex, what was that name?
Alex Marvez,
okay. If we are reading, guys, we're sorry. We're trying our best. Okay. So, interviewed Ricky Starks backstage, but Starks was attacked by Bullet Club Gold. FTR came to Starks' aid, evening up the odds. Backstage, Chris Jericho and Saraya were screaming, insisting that Tony Chan gives them a match on Dynamite this week against Britt Baker and Adam Cole. All right. The big, main event now?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's not the main event.
Okay. TNT Championship ladder match. War
Wardlow as your champion with Arn Anderson versus Christian Cage with Luchasaurus.
Okay. Wardlow set the two tables up to the arena floor, placing Christian on them. Wardlow was about to jump off the turnbuckle, but Christian saw it and ran for cover. Christian Cage rammed a ladder into Wardlow's ribs. Wardlow pressed Christian, spun him around, and then planted him to the ladder. Wardlow began to climb the ladder when Luchasaurus stalked down the ramp. Luchasaurus pushed Christian back onto the floor. Christian connected with a kill switch on the Wardlow off the ladder. Wardlow attempted a senton, but Christian dodged it, and then Wardlow wiping out on the ladder. Christian rammed the ladder with Wardlow. Arn Anderson came down to the ring to try to motivate Wardlow. Luchasaurus chokeslammed Wardlow twice. Arn Anderson got into the ring. Luchasaurus was about to chokeslam Arn Anderson, but Arn bit down on Luchasaurus' thumb. Wardlow cracked Luchasaurus and then set him through a table. Wardlow climbed a ladder and jumped, landing a senton on the Luchasaurus. The meteor came down, crashing down on the Luchasaurus, said Excalibur. Christian Cage climbed the ladder to the ring, but Arn Anderson shoved it. Christian fell off right into Wardlow's arm. Wardlow powerbombed Christian. Wardlow climbed the ladder and then pulled the belt down. Wardlow remained the top, said Excalibur. Yeah. His upside is absolutely unlimited, added Jim Ross.
Next, we have AEW Women's World Championship match. Jamie Hayter as champion versus Toni Storm. Tony Schiavone joined the commentary team for this match. Jamie Hayter was attacked by Saraya and Ruby Soho as she made her entrance. The Outcast triple team Hayter. The match finally began, and Tony stomped on Jamie. Dr. Britt Baker sprinted to the ring and began to brawl with Saraya. Ruby Soho sprayed Jamie in the eyes with the spray paint as the referee was distracted. Sheeta came flying down the ramp with a kendo stick. Sheeta and Ruby fought around the ring. Jamie Hayter went for the Hayter aid and on Tony and immediately clutched her arm. Tony spiked Hayter with the Storm Zero and pinned her. And new AEW Women's World Champion, Toni Storm.
Good job, Tony. AEW World Trios Championship match. The House of Black, Brody King, Buddy Matthews, and Micaiah Black versus the acclaimed Malachi. Sorry. The acclaimed Max Caster and Anthony Bowens and Daddy Ass. Okay.
Daddy Ass is Billy Gunn.
Oh, really? No shit. Brody nearly decapitated Max with
hold on. Max Caster said something about Dom Dom and Rhea Ripley over on on WWE because to be honest with you, if you guys don't know, Buddy Matthews is actually dating Rhea Ripley. And that's why they made a reference over on WWE with Dom Dom.
Dum Dum. All right. Brody nearly decapitated Max with a lariat. Malachi tagged in, but the acclaimed used combined offense on him. Malachi anticipated the scissors me timbers. Wow, okay. Put Bowens in a knee bar. Buddy connected with a
meteor
on Bowens, okay. Bowens escaped and rocked Black with a thrust kick. Right as he was about to make his tag, Black stopped Bowens. Buddy became the legal man and started to dissect Bowens with his offense. Buddy grabbed a tag and sat with a senton on Bowens. Brody smashed Bowens with a cannonball into the corner. The House of Black had been so many steps ahead of the Acclaim, said Taz. Daddy Ass finally got the tag and throwing haymakers to Buddy and Malachi. Black clocked Daddy Ass with a roundhouse kicked and pinned him. The House of Claim dominated, said.
The House of Black dominated, said Excalibur. TBS Championship match. Jade Cargill as champion with Leela Gray versus Taya Valkyrie. Taya immediately went for the road of Valhalla, but Jade escaped. They traded forearms. Tay hit a sliding lariat. Jade went to the floor, attempting to regroup with Smart Mark Sterling. Taya jumped off the turnbuckles and wiped out Sterling. Poor Mark Sterling. Taya ran at Jade with a sliding German suplex. Leela grabbed Taya's boot. Long enough. If we're saying things wrong, like saying their names wrong, sorry. I'm actually coming back to watching AEW, actually. So, it's been a long while since I've been watching.
I just stutter. I ain't gonna lie. I stutter when
I do too, but I just haven't seen AEW in a while, so.
I'm not used to reading.
It's been a while since I watched AEW. I've been watching the highlights again now, so. Where was I? Oh, Jade planted Taya with a spine buster. Jade dumped Taya throw first over the barricade. Taya fought back with a lariat. Taya folded Jade with a blue thunder bomb for a near fall. Taya curb stomped Jade for a near fall. Taya speared Jade. Taya planted Jade with a road to Valhalla. But Jade kicked out just before the 3 count. Cargill hoisted up Taya and finished her off with Jaded good enough for the victory. Jade Cargill remains perfect, said Excalibur. But Mark Sterling got on the microphone and said no one was left. Chris Statlander made her return. Chris came to the ring. Chris Statlander smashed Jade with Sunday Night Fever and pinned her. Your new TBS champion, Chris Statlander. What a return for Chris Statlander to AEW, All Elite Wrestling, said Excalibur.
Okay, AEW World Championship match. MJF as the champion versus Darby Allin versus Jungle Boy Jack Perry versus the Spanish God Sammy
Guevara. And congratulations to Sammy Guevara and Tay Conti on having a baby.
Everyone swarmed MJF to begin the match. Jack used a double arm drag to Darby and Sammy. MJF ran into the ring and decked Perry with a forearm. Darby took MJF off his feet with a drop kick and then followed up with a taupe. And then Perry rocketed out with a tope. Okay.
Tope.
Tope, yeah. Sammy whipped out with the other competitors with a shooting star press to the floor. The fans chanted, "This is awesome, this is awesome." Darby tried with a tope, whatever. But Sammy countered with a cutter. Sammy nailed MJF with a frog splash for the near fall. Almost crowned a new champion, said Taz. Darby impaled MJF with a scorpion death drop. MJF used the crossroads on Jack Perry. MJF grabbed a microphone to implore him to lay down and take the money. Sammy played possum and cradled MJF for the near fall. Sammy locked on the Lion Tamer. Darby put Jack Perry into the Scorpion Deathlock. All 4 pillars were tied up, putting submissions after another. The fans chanting, "Fight forever, fight forever." Outside the ring, Darby charged at Perry and MJF, knocking all 3 of them to the barricade. Sammy used the Spanish Fly on Darby and then landed on Jack and MJF on the floor. All 4 competitors traded pin attempts. Darby was going for the coffin drop on Sammy, but MJF knocked Darby down. MJF used a blonde bombshell on Darby. Yeah, but MJF injured his wrist during the landing. MJF hit Sammy with a low blow, of course. Darby and Jack traded strikes. MJF brought the world title into the ring. MJF tried to hit Jack with it, but Jack intercepted. Jack knocked MJF knocked MJF and Sammy out to the ring. The belt fell in Jack's hands. Jack thought of using on Darby, but threw it outside the ring. Sammy cracked Jack with the GTH. Darby with a coffin drop on Jack Perry, and moments before Darby landed, MJF put his title on Jack Perry, and the back of Darby's head collided with the belt. MJF used a headlock to take over and pin Darby.
And if you guys wondering why we are reading off of this, because we don't watch the pay-per-views. I only watched one pay-per-view all week.
I really don't have time. But, I mean, I keep up with it. I know the wrestlers kind of more so, but he knows them a lot better.
I don't have the money to buy all these pay-per-views, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And I don't have cable anymore, so, yeah, I'm going to have to sit here. And the only one that actually has cable is our other buddy, Peter. So, but main event time.
Yeah.
Anarchy in the arena, number 2. The Elite, Hangman Adam Page, Kenny Omega, and the Young Bucks, Nick and Matt Jackson versus the Blackpool Combat Club, Bryan Danielson, Claudio Castagnoli, whatever his name.
Yeah.
I'll just say Cesaro. Cesaro is better. Jon Moxley and Wheeler Yuta. And there's going to be something coming towards this. Stay tuned. The teams immediately began brawling throughout the arena. Don Callis came to the broadcast position. Hangman turned Danielson inside out with a lariat. Page pulled off the eye patch. Page pulled out a screwdriver. But Yuta chop blocked him. The BCC isolated Hangman in the ring. The Elite unleashed a super kick party on the BCC in the ring. The Elite took to the skies with the tops to the BCC. Kenny Omega bludgeoned Moxley with a piece of the announce table. Mox was busted wide open. Matt Jackson brought Yuta all the way down the ramp with a locomotion. Northern Lights suplexes. This is absolutely carnage, said Excalibur. Moxley suplexed Omega onto barbed wire. Wheeler Yuta wiped Hangman with a leather belt. Moxley dug into Omega's forearm with a fork. Claudio swung Matt Jackson into a garbage can in the arena concourse. The BCC took turns picking apart Adam Page. Claudio and Matt Jackson continued to brawl out backstage. Claudio threw Matt into the bed of a pickup truck. Claudio spiked Matt in the back of the pickup truck with a pile driver. Hangman clobbered Mox with a dead eye on the apron. Claudio connected with a pop-up European uppercut to Kenny Omega. Nick Jackson whooped Yuta with a corkscrew dropkick. Moxley decimated Nick with a Gotch-style pile driver. Yuta and Moxley double-teamed Nick in the ring. Matt Jackson finally limped to the ring. Matt hit Moxley with a exploding super kick. That was awesome to see. Hangman plowed Yuta with a buckshot lariat for a near fall. Moxley spilled a bag of thumbtacks into the ring. Moxley dropped a barefoot Moxley Matt Jackson onto the tax. Moxley stunned Nick right into the tax. Omega waffled Claudio with a V trigger. Danielson was waiting in the wings with a running knee of his own. Moxley put thumbtacks into Matt Jackson's mouth, and then Claudio socked him with a European uppercut. Page and Omega did their best to take the fight to the BCC. Danielson chopped at the legs of Page and Omega with a roundhouse kick. Page used the dead eye, and then Omega with one-winged angel on Danielson. But Yuta was there to make the save. Don Callis handed a screwdriver to Yuta. Yuta spiked Page with it. Takashita jumped into the ring with a knee strike to Omega. Huge heel turn there. Yuta tied up Omega with a seat belt and pinned him. After the match, Don Callis used the belt on Omega. Good luck to the AEW roster. These guys are unstoppable, said Taz. And that's pretty much it. Unstoppable Squad.
Yep.
Thank you guys for watching. That was amazing event of AEW. I watched the highlights of it, guys.
Yep. And
the only thing I can do is watch the highlights.
That's it. And like I said, we're back. On a personal note, we are glad to be doing the results again personally.
Yeah, we used to do results on our other channel called the Unstoppable Wrestling Results, but it's now called just Results.
Right. I personally want to apologize to any of our fans that were hoping for reactions.
Yeah.
Listen, guys, we fell way behind, and again, his health
and
other not being here,
and also not just that, there's other reasons why too.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about them.
Yeah. So if you guys want to know, we're sorry. But thank you guys for sticking around and wanting to be here. I know a few guys in the premieres actually are still fans of this channel, thankfully.
Yes.
So I want to give shout outs to Joshua, Laura, Matt, and a few others that I seen in the premieres. Thank you guys very, very much that are staying tuned to this channel throughout our changes.
Yep. And I'm still going to be me. Right, Ugly?
Yes, Baldy.
Thank you. Till next time, I'm the Immortal Spades.
I'm Unstoppable Denominator.
We're out.
Peace.
Hey, everybody, it's your boy Skiz here. And if you don't subscribe to Blonde and the Unstoppable Denominator, then you are a toothy bumfuck, pussy-ass bitch motherfucker.